Good evening, my lovely nurses. I hope you are fine and your family is good. So today I am going to talk about the topic is hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism. So hyperthyroidism actually is a condition where the thyroid gland becomes overactive. Thyroid gland becomes overactive and produce too much thyroid hormone. So in hyperthyroidism is the condition where the thyroid gland become overactive and produce too much thyroid hormone. So just like you can imagine is an engine. So that is running too fast. So what's happened? What's the engine is running too fast? The body's metabolism speed up. So this can cause symptoms like weight loss, heat intolerance, then the too much tachycardia, the heart is racing heart, we can give the word. So understanding hyperthyroidism is very important, because if it is not recognized and not treated, what can happen? It can lead to serious complication such as thyroid storm. We will discuss about this one, or heart problems. So let's explore how this condition develops, its symptoms, and how we can manage it effectively. So first of all, I will define the hyperthyroidism. What is hyperthyroidism? As I discussed, the hyperthyroidism is the condition where thyroid gland makes too much thyroid hormone. For example, T3, T4. So think of thyroid hormone as the body's engine accelerator. So it controls how fast our everything work. So when there is too much hormone, when there is too much thyroid hormone, the body speeds up like a car engine racing too fast. So this is easy to understand the hyperthyroidism. So just keep in your mind, is working this thyroid hormone as the body's engine accelerator. So if the hormone is too much, the thyroid hormone is too much, because it control how fast our everything is work. So once there is a too much thyroid hormone, the body speed up like a car engine is racing very fast. So this is the definition of the hyperthyroidism. The thyroid gland makes too much thyroid hormone. So this condition we are telling hyperthyroidism. Now we will talk about the causes. The difference between hyperthyroidism and the hypothyroidism, you can check in my the previous lecture on the hypothyroidism. I give a very nice graph there. The difference, like a graph, the hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. So it's more easy for you to understand. So today we will discuss only about hyperthyroidism, because as I already discussed about the difference. Why I am forcing this one? Because we are mostly confused during our exam, the signs, symptoms of the hypo and the hyper. So this is very important to understand the difference. So now we will talk about the causes of hyperthyroidism. The main cause is Graves' disease. The Graves' disease is actually most common cause. What is Graves' disease? Is autoimmune disease. Body attacks thyroid and it makes it overactive. So Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease. In this disease, the body attacks thyroid and makes it overactive in this condition. So, and the toxic multinodular goiter. if you see the patient neck, it will be swell. We are telling this one goiter. So toxic multinodular goiter mean nodules in the thyroid. So once there is a nodules in the thyroid, this condition is telling goiter. And so nodules in the thyroid, it produce excess hormone. So due to this excess hormone, the condition making too much thyroid hormone and everything is too much. Tachycardia, mean heart is running too much fast. There is an increased hormone rate. So everything, if we will check, everything will be like a racing. So number 1 cause, as I discussed, is Graves' disease. Number 2 is toxic multinodular goiter. Number 3 is thyroiditis. Thyroiditis means the inflammation of the thyroid that also causes hormone leakage. So thyroiditis, then the excess iodine intake. Excess iodine intake or thyroid medications. So if I will give one trick there, the Graves drive the thyroid crazy fast. Graves mean the fast metabolism. So Graves disease is the main cause of the hyperthyroidism, is an autoimmune disease. Then the toxic multinodular goiter, then thyroiditis, and the excess iodine intake and the thyroid medication. These are the causes of the hyperthyroidism. Now I will discuss there the sign and symptoms of hyperthyroidism. So as I tell you, in the hyperthyroidism, everything speed up. Keep in your mind, everything is speed up except weight loss. In the hypothyroidism, weight is increasing, but in the hyperthyroidism, weight is decreasing. Otherwise, everything is speed up. So if we will talk about the metabolism, the metabolism will be high. Due to metabolism high, the weight loss despite eating more. Patient even is eating too much, but the patient has low weight. So if we will talk about the heat intolerance, sweating, patient feels hot all the time. Patient feel hot all the time in hyperthyroidism condition. Heart racing mean patient have increased heart rate, tachycardia, palpitation, and high blood pressure. Everything is high. If we will talk about the nervous system, is excited. The nervous system. Excited mean patient have anxiety, restlessness, and tremors. If we will talk about the eyes, the patient eyes, in patient eyes, bulging eyes. Bulging eyes condition we are telling exophthalmos. Exophthalmos is a Graves disease. When we will see the Graves disease patient, you will see the bulging of the eyeball. So the bulging of the eye, this is condition is exophthalmos, especially in the Graves disease. If we will talk about the skin and hair, it will be warm. Skin will be warm, moist, and hairs are fine hair. If we will talk about the GI system, frequent stool, we can say diarrhea. So as I told you, in the hyperthyroidism condition, everything is speed up. So metabolism is high, the weight will be lost, heat intolerance, there is a sweating, patient feels hot all times. Then there is a heart racing, tachycardia, palpitation, blood pressure increase. If we will talk about nervous system, patient and anxiety, restlessness, tremors, If we will talk about eyes, bulging eyes, exophthalmos, skin and hair, the skin will be warm, moist, and the hairs are fine hair. GI system, patient has diarrhea. So for hyperthyroidism, just keep in your mind hyper. Everything is hyper except the patient weight is loss. How we can diagnose? How we can diagnose the hyperthyroidism? So we are doing labs. So in the labs, if you will check the TSH, it will be low. They can give you one case scenario, is on hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. It depends on them. At the end of this lecture, we will discuss one both eye question is a case scenario. We will discuss on hyperthyroidism. So they will give you lab values there. So you must have to know the normal values of the this labs. So in the hyperthyroidism, TSH will be low because brain says stop making hormone. So TSH will be low, but the T4 and T3 will be high. So if you will do the thyroid scan, in the thyroid scan you will see overactive gland, shows overactive gland. So these tests we are doing to diagnose the hyperthyroidism. If we will talk about the complications of hyperthyroidism, so the life-threatening condition caused by sudden hormone release, this is, you will say in the patient the fever will be high, then severe tachycardia, heart rate will be severe, more than 150, and then confusion, agitation, then you will see hypertension, the blood pressure will be high, then heart failure. So needs emergency care, we need beta blockers, cooling, IV fluids, antithyroid medication. This one we are telling thyroid storm. Thyroid storm is a life-threatening condition, is the very major complication of the hyperthyroidism. Now we will talk about the treatment. What treatment we are giving in hyperthyroidism patients? So we are giving the beta blockers like propranolol. Why we are giving? To control heart rate, tremors and anxiety. So beta blockers we are giving in the hyperthyroidism. Then we are giving antithyroid drugs. For example, methimazole, that block hormone production. So antithyroid hormone drugs are blocking the hormone production. Then we are giving radioactive iodine to the thyroid tissue. So watch for hypothyroidism after this one, because when we are giving radioactive iodine to the patient can go to hypothyroidism condition. So monitoring is very important. Then we are doing surgery. What we are doing? The thyroidectomy. So if large goiter or severe case in this condition, we are doing thyroidectomy. So in the treatment, our nursing care is very important. The nursing care, which type of nursing care we will provide to the patient? We will provide very quiet, calm environment to reduce stress and stimulation, because patient already have palpitation, tremors, patient already is too much stimulation is there. So we have to give the quiet and calm environment to reduce the stress and stimulation. Then we will monitor the vital signs like for heart rate and temperature. Then we will watch for thyroid storm. Very important, thyroid storm. If you will see any signs, symptoms related to thyroid storm, high fever, tachycardia, hypertension, agitation, restlessness, confusion, these are all signs, symptoms of the thyroid storm. Inform the healthcare provider as soon as possible. We are giving eye care, especially eye care, because patient has exophthalmos, the this bulging of the eyeballs, so the patient eyes can dry. So eye care is very important in the hyperthyroidism condition. So as we discuss the this hyperthyroidism condition, we discuss what is hyperthyroidism. So in short, the hyperthyroidism is the condition where the thyroid gland make too much hormone, like T3 and T4. TSH is low, but T3, T4 is high. So if we discuss about the causes, main cause is Graves' disease, then toxic goiter, thyroiditis, excess iodine, or the thyroid medication patient is taking. So this is the causes. Then we discuss about sign symptoms. So sign symptom is everything is high except the weight loss. Then we discuss about the diagnose, which labs we are doing. The labs should be, the TSH will be low, T3, T4 will be high, and the thyroid scan will show the overactive gland. We discuss about the complication. So the life-threatening complication is thyroid storm. Is very important. If any sign symptoms as a nurse you will see in the hyperthyroidism patient, you have to inform the healthcare provider as soon as possible and implement accordingly, so we can save the life of the patient timely. Our nursing care, the treatment is we are giving beta blockers, anti-thyroid drugs, radioactive iodine, and at the end, if the goiter is large and severe condition, we are doing thyroidectomy. As a nursing care, we are providing quiet, calm environment, reduce stress and stimulation, monitor vital signs, watch for the thyroid storm, and the eye care of the exophthalmos. So now we will go to our bow tie question. Very important because NCLEX is the new generation exam. So last time we discussed the metric question on liver cirrhosis. Yes. And today we will discuss the bow tie question on hyperthyroidism, so you can understand the topic more nicely. So today our question is a bow tie question, is the new generation NCLEX question. We will discuss one scenario, and then I will explain you how bow tie questions are coming in the exam. So our question is a 32-year-old female is admitted with palpitation, heat intolerance, weight loss despite increased appetite and anxiety. Patient has even too much eating, increased appetite, but still patient has weight loss. On assessment, she has a fine tremors, exophthalmos, mean the bulging of the eyeballs, and tachycardia. Heart rate is 128 beats per minute. Blood pressure is 148 by 76. The labs show low TSH and high free T4. So as we discuss in our lecture, this all palpitation, heat intolerance, weight loss, anxiety, fine tremors, exophthalmos, tachycardia, TSH low, T4 is high. So this is all are hyperthyroidism. So in the question, the first question, because they will give in the bow tie 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. In the first part, they will ask you which condition patient has in the first part. So our potential condition they will give you, they will tell you select the most likely condition. This is the condition, then you have to take and drop. I write like this, but in the real exam, you will just take and drop. So just keep in your mind, we are doing the bow tie question. So in the real exam, you will take and you will drop to the segment. So select the most likely condition. Number 1 is hypothyroidism. Number B is Cushing syndrome. Number C is hyperthyroidism. Number D is Addison's disease. So as this all sign symptoms are related to hyperthyroidism, our the correct answer is C, hyperthyroidism. But I want to discuss little about this one, why these conditions are not there. So you will understand 4 topics in this question. So they said hypothyroidism first. So in the hypothyroidism, the weight will be gained, patient has fatigue, there will be slow metabolism, the patient don't have heat intolerance. In hypothyroidism, cold intolerance, there will be constipation, not weight loss or tachycardia. in the hypothyroidism. So that's why this option is not matching with the all options that they give in the question. If we will talk about the Cushing syndrome, in the Cushing syndrome, actually what happened, the patient has too much cortisol. If you will see the patient face, it will be moon face, and if you will see his hump, it will be like a buffalo hump, and patient have central obesity, and patient have purple stereo. In the Cushing syndrome, nothing in the scenario matches. If we will talk about Cushing syndrome, the main is patient has too much cortisol, patient has obesity, not weight loss. If you will see the buffalo, the hump, the back hump, it will be like a buffalo. So I just give you the main sign symptom, moon face. So if you will get any question related to Cushing syndrome, inshallah we will make the lecture on Cushing syndrome also. But this is just the main sign symptom I told you. So why? Because these sign symptoms are not matching with the question, so this is wrong option. Number D is Addison's disease. So in Addison's, the Cushing, too much cortisol, but in Addison, too little cortisol. So this is opposite. Too little cortisol, and there will be hypotension. And then if you will check the skin, patient skin in the Addison disease, it will be bronze color skin. And weight loss, then fatigue. So this patient has hypertension and tachycardia and hypertension. So it does not fit with this Addison's disease. So this is also a wrong option. Now, so this is the part 1. In the part 1, they will ask you the potential condition. But in the part 2, this is the same question. We will solve this question according to this case scenario. So one scenario we finish, patient has hyperthyroidism. Now we will keep hyperthyroidism condition in our mind, and we will solve the next two our actions. So our task 2 is what action you have to take as a nurse. Patient has hyperthyroidism. Now as a nurse, what priority nursing care you have to give to the patient. So we will choose the priority options here. So they told number A, provide a quiet low stimulus environment. Yes, I explained in the lecture, because patient has stimulation, because patient are anxious, restlessness, overstimulated, so they need calm, quiet surroundings to prevent worsening tachycardia and anxiety. So as a nurse, this is our responsibility to provide a quiet, low stimulus environment. So this is our priority action. Number 2, encourage increased physical exercise to reduce energy. No, because exercise would increase heart rate. Patient already have tachycardia. So once the increase heart rate, the oxygen demand will be increased, and stress dangerous in tachycardia patient. So we will never encourage patient to increase physical exercise. Instead of this one, we have to give quiet, low stimulus environment. So B is wrong. Number C, prescribe beta blockers, like for example propranolol. Yes, this is correct, because propranolol decrease the heart rate. Patient has tachycardia, heart rate decrease, tremor, anxiety, by blocking the sympathetic overactivity, because overactive stimulation of the thyroid hormone. So they are blocking this one. So due to blockage of this one, the heart rate will be decreased. So we are giving beta blockers. So C is correct option. Number D, restrict fluid to prevent hyponatremia. Wrong, because fluid restriction is for hyponatremia or heart failure, not the hyperthyroidism patient. If patient have heart failure condition, then we are restricting the fluids, but not in the hyperthyroidism condition. These patients are not fluid overloaded in the hyperthyroidism patient. So no need to restrict fluid. This is the wrong option. Number E, monitor for signs of thyroid storm, high fever, severe tachycardia, confusion. As I told you, the thyroid storm is a life-threatening complication. Extreme fever, severe tachycardia, this is delirium, mean patient have anxiety. Early detection can save the life, so we have to monitor for the signs of thyroid storm. So this is our correct option. So we solve our task 1, we solve our task 2 for the both I question. Now the task 3. So in the task 3 they will ask you the parameters to monitor for improvement. So how you know patient is improving? Mean in the first task you know which condition patient have. In the second task you have to give your priority nursing care. Now you have to observe evaluation. So how you will evaluate, how you will observe patient is improving, whichever nursing care you give patient, whatever drugs they use. Now this is our responsibility to check the improvement. So parameters to monitor for improvement, we will choose the parameters that indicate the patient conditions is improving. So number A is decrease in heart rate. Yes, we are giving propranolol to the patient. Why we are giving? To decrease the heart rate, because patient have tachycardia. So this is our correct option. If heart rate is decreasing, it means patient is improving. Number 2, weight gain towards baseline. Yes, because in hyperthyroidism, even patient is too much eating but weight is lost. But if patient is gaining weight, if we will comparison with the baseline, so in the baseline patient weight is lost, but now patient gain weight towards baseline, so this means patient is improving. Number C, increased anxiety. No, this is wrong. If anxiety is increased, it means patient is not improving. Anxiety should be decreased, not increased. So this is a wrong option. This is not the parameters we have to indicate, is indicating patient condition is improving. Number D, worsening exophthalmos, mean the bulging eyes are increasing, worsening. So this is wrong, because exophthalmos may persist but it does not usually worsen if condition is controlled. So if condition is controlling, it will not worse. So this is wrong option. Number E, decreased in tremors. Yes, because tremors are due to excess thyroid hormone. So improvement means tremors are decreasing. So this is our right option. So decrease in heart rate, weight gain towards baseline, and decrease in tremors, it's mean this is the parameters that indicating the patient is improving. So this is the both I question. I will just repeat. In the both I question, they will give you one scenario. I'm sorry. Then they will give you the three questions. In one question, they will ask you the potential condition. In second question, what action you have to take. And then in the third option, they will ask you how you monitor the patient, indicate the patient condition is improving. So we discuss full hyperthyroidism lecture and we discuss both I question. I hope you like the lecture. If you like, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel. And don't forget to push the icon bell button so you can receive my coming videos notification. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself and your family. Allah Hafiz.